y'all. So today we are talking travel nursing, and not just travel nursing, but specifically travel nurse agencies. Now, when you're first starting out, you hear all the time apply to several different agencies, but there are hundreds of companies out there. So which one should you even be applying to? Now, I have been a travel nurse for the past 2 years, and I am going into my 6th travel nurse assignment. There are some places that I've extended. There are some places that I have gone back to, but I have worked with several different agencies, some big, some small, all over the map. And today I'm not going to tell you exactly which agency you should apply to, but I am going to tell you a few of my favorite agencies and why. So I hope this helps you on your journey as well. Now, in this video, I'm only going to mention the agencies that were my absolute favorite, because what's the point of mentioning the other guys, right? So the very first agency that I ever worked with was Emerald Health Services. I'd heard about them on Instagram. I saw that they were pushing diversity, and so I was like, oh, I would like to, look into this company. I was matched with an amazing, amazing recruiter, and that's why I stayed, and that's why I took my first travel contract with them. She was kind of like a mother figure. I felt like she really cared, and she was really fighting to get me the best deal on the table. So I loved that, and that's why I went with them. My recruiter is amazing, absolutely amazing. But although she was like a mothering figure, she wasn't pestering. You know, if you have applied to travel agencies, the ones that will text you all day, call you all day, and they really just want to get a percentage of your money. And so they're just like a hawk on you. And then whenever you get to your travel assignment, they disappear and you don't hear from them anymore. She was not like that at all. Like, she would sporadically send stuff to me on my assignment. She always checked in to see how I was going, but it wasn't, like I said, it wasn't too much. And so that's why I went with that agency, and I took several contracts with them. So the very first agency is Emerald Health Services. Second agency is where you need to take note. This agency has made me the most money I have ever made in my entire travel nurse career, and that's after working with 4 different agencies. This is Host Healthcare. Host Healthcare. Now, my recruiter with Host Healthcare is also amazing. She is on top of her game. She's aggressive when it comes to getting me the best pay possible. She knows not even to send me the low end stuff. Like, I love them. I got to the assignment that I'm at now. I found out one of my coworkers was making a lot more money than me. No fun, right? And so I ended up switching to Host Healthcare and extending through their company instead. Now, every single time I've been on a contract, if the rate goes up while you're on your contract, they're like, oh, you've already signed your contract, so that's what you're obligated to work for 13 weeks or however long you're there. Host was different. If the rate went up while you were on the contract, they would send you, this is my recruiter, she would send another contract and get you qualified for the higher rate. She wasn't like, oh, you're already locked into this rate, so we can't do anything for you, which is like everyone else. I've not worked with another agency that has upped my rate. She was like, nope, this is a higher rate. I'm sending you another contract, and I'm going to get you even more money. And so I've been like, I'm sticking with them until the wheels fall off. I love them. My recruiter with them, like I said, she's great. She's on top of her game. She's all about getting you more money, and she's there when you need her. You may have to reach out to her, but she's there when you need her. So I absolutely love them. If you're about your money, I suggest applying to them 100% for sure. Like, I'm going to keep my app open and everything updated for the end of my travel nurse days. Now, the third agency, this is who I'm going to be working with next. And this one is a little bit different because you don't have a travel nurse recruiter. So if you're starting out and you feel like you kind of want someone to walk you through it, I suggest going to the first 2 agencies, because they're great at doing that, and they have a whole team behind them that will help you do that. But this one is a little bit different. This is called Krucial Staffing. Sister company is Favorite, so you may have heard of that. But Krucial Staffing, they are an agency that does emergent staffing. Now, in my last video about nursing, I discussed how my assignment currently is 48 hours. And a lot of people were like, 48 hours, that's too much. And I completely understand, because when I first got here, I was like, oh my God, 48 hours. But I have adjusted, and I am just fine. Now, with Krucial, you're going to be working 72 hours. And so that's that's why it's a little bit different. It's not for everybody, I totally get it, but you're gonna be working 6 days a week, and at minimum 2 to 4, 6, it just depends on whatever they're offering at that time. But you do emergent deployments, and so they tell you where you're going to be like literally the day before. You have to call, be assigned, and be in the city, the state, whatever, the very next day. And so it's just like on a whim, but you're eligible to make tons and tons of money. And so I recommend, like I said, there's not really any agents, so don't contact me like, who's your recruiter for Crucial? That's not how it works. Just follow them on social media and follow the instructions. But for the other agencies, if you want any of their information, don't mind to hit me up on social media. And I also want to add this, I've mentioned this before, but make sure you know the market, guys. Make sure you know the market, because weird things happen. And I don't want to mention these companies and then their rates drop or something happens and then you're stuck with a bad deal. I don't want anyone who's following me not to make the most money they possibly can or to be taken advantage of. And so there's a previous video that I made about knowing what you should be paid. And that is so important. So use those resources to know the market, because some of the companies that I didn't mention, because they've offered me low contract after low contract after low contract, every now and then we'll have a great paying contract in comparison to someone else. And then the companies that I mentioned that are my favorites, I mean, they're pretty much consistent with having higher paying contracts, but every now and then, you know, you may be sent something that's just not the greatest. And so I want you to be aware and to know that you're receiving a great deal. Not seen that with hosts though, honestly, because they are absolutely amazing. Thus far they've been great. But yeah, just make sure you know the market and you're looking out for yourself. You may be on the phone with a recruiter and they're trying to offer you a low paying contract and they're like, oh, but we offer insurance and that's what sets us apart from anyone else, or we offer this great program. And then you realize that everyone else is offering insurance and everyone else has their own unique programs. Like, just make sure that you aren't suckered into taking something that is not absolutely great, because at the end of the day, we're travel nurses to see the world, but we're also travel nurses to get paid, okay? All right, so thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to reach out to me, if you want me to connect you to a recruiter or anything like that, because I totally get it, you know, when you're in that beginning stage and you're just like, I don't know what to do, I don't know who to talk to, I don't know who to apply to, feel free to contact me. There will be places to follow me and to contact me in the description box below. I will gladly connect you to one of my recruiters. Thank you guys so much for watching. Now get out there and make that money. See you guys next time. Bye.